welcome to another power-packed episode of the Gadgets and Gizmos show with me, Siddharth Sharma. And this is a show where we get you the latest from the world of technology. The gadgets to own, the gizmos to love, and the ones just to ignore. So let's begin and tell you what we've lined up for you guys in the next half an hour. On the show this week, Micromax comes out with its latest Canvas Hue. Is it good? We'll tell you all about it. Andrew Simons is in the house. Lenovo's most affordable smartphone till date. Alright, that was the lineup on the show, and first up what we've got for you guys is the all-new Micromax Canvas Hue. This is the latest smartphone offering from the mobile phone giant Micromax. We'll get you a review, but first take a look at its specs. Micromax Canvas Hue is a dual SIM smartphone that sports a 5-inch AMOLED HD IPS touchscreen display. The phone is powered by a 1.3 GHz MT6582 quad-core processor backed by 1 GB of RAM. The primary camera on the Canvas Hue is of 8 megapixel resolution with LED flash, and it also has a 2 megapixel selfie camera. For connectivity, you get 3G, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and FM radio. Canvas Hue has a 3000 mAh battery and comes at a price tag of Rs 13,500. Alright, those were the specs on the all-new Micromax Canvas Hue. Now let's tell you whether this smartphone is worth your money or not. Micromax Canvas Hue is the latest smartphone from India's biggest smartphone manufacturer. It sports a similar design line to the iPhone 4, which combines glass on the two sides, a metal frame, subtly curved on edges, and a classic candy bar shape. The 5-inch AMOLED display is supposedly the main USP of the phone, but it still just delivers 720p resolution and a pixel density of 293 pixels per inch. This is not so impressive if the smartphone's main USP is its display, but the color and contrast reproduction of the display is amazing on the Canvas Hue. It's a good AMOLED display that is bright and punchy. When it comes to the camera, the 8 megapixel camera on the Canvas Hue is just average. In proper lighting, the phone can take good photos, and low lighting condition, it's just poor. The camera capabilities are not as good as its rivals like the Asus Zenfone, the Xiaomi Redmi Note 4G and the Eureka. The front-facing 2 megapixel camera is just useful for selfies. Micromax has a new user interface on the Canvas Hue, and it is similar to the Android skins seen by many Chinese phones, as there is no dedicated app drawer. The hardware on offer with the Canvas Hue is also nothing special. It is powered by a quad-core MediaTek MT6582 processor and runs on a 1.3 GHz system on chip. The phone has 1 GB RAM, 8 GB internal memory and a microSD card slot. The phone lags a lot. Many smartphones with even lower specs can actually feel faster than the Canvas Hue. Performance-wise, this is not an impressive smartphone at all. The biggest USP of the phone is its mammoth 3000 mAh battery. It churns out easily a backup of 20 to 22 hours. It's impressive for a smartphone at that price tag. The Micromax Canvas Hue is a good-looking smartphone, mainly because it looks like the iPhone 4. But if you look at what's on offer with this new smartphone from Micromax, you can give it a skip for now, because there are way better smartphones available in this price range. Now, with all these smartphones and smart devices around us, we all need to stay connected to the internet. And a 3G dongle is an easy way out. And Tata Docomo recently came out with a new Wi-Fi wireless offering that has a little extra add-ons as well. Take a look. We all need to stay connected, don't we? And especially when the Cricket World Cup is on, you need instant updates on the go. So there is one product that might solve your problem. This is the Tata Docomo Photon Max Wi-Fi Duo. It looks like a battery pack, and yes it is. It looks like a Wi-Fi hotspot gadget, and yes it is. And it looks like a bulky Wi-Fi device, and that it is too. The Duo has a built-in battery, so you can charge it up at home and then use it to connect your devices to the internet on the go. The cool part is that it also has a standard USB port, and this can be used to charge your phone. The design of the Duo is pretty basic. It easily fits in your palm and looks like a brick. The ports are on the sides, and on top there is a row of 5 lights that show you battery and network levels, whether the Wi-Fi or charge function are in use. The Duo itself is charged using a standard micro USB cable, the same that most non-Apple phones have, which means you don't need to keep another cable with you. It has a 4400 mAh inbuilt battery that will last 7 to 8 hours. Setting up the Duo requires a PC. You'll have to connect it to the USB port, and the setup process is largely automatic then. The Duo only works with postpaid plans right now. You'll get 1 GB of data for Rs 300 per month or 2 GB for Rs 450. It is also capable of delivering speeds up to 2 Mbps depending on the area and the network connectivity. It can also connect multiple devices to a single Wi-Fi network, so it is pretty economical as well as efficient. For a price tag of Rs 2,899 and postpaid plans of 650 Rs for 3 GB, 750 Rs for 7 GB and 1000 Rs for 20 GB or 1250 Rs for 30 GB a month, depending on your usage, this is one handy gadget to stay connected during this World Cup. We saw a lot of wearable technology make its way into our lives in the year 2014. And wearable tech is expected to be big in the year 2015 as well. Adding another gadget to the list is Sony. They came out recently with the Sony Smartwatch 3. And next up, we get you a review. Android Wear watches are off to a pretty decent start. The Moto 360, the LG G Watch R was seen at the CES 2015 this year, and now Sony has come to the Indian market with its latest offering, the Sony Smartwatch 3. The good news is that the Sony Smartwatch 3 lets Android Wear do its thing without getting in the way. Android Wear runs faster and smoothly on the watch, which is powered by a 1.2 GHz quad-core ARM Cortex-A7 processor and 512 MB of RAM. Sony Smartwatch 3 features a 1.6-inch 320 by 320 pixels trans-reflective display that can both transmit light and it can reflect ambient light. It weighs just 45 grams. For connectivity, you get Bluetooth 4.0 LE and there is also 4 GB internal storage. Sony Smartwatch 3 is IP68 rated, water resistant and comes at a price tag of Rs 19,990. Smartwatch 3 has the biggest battery of any Android watch to date at 420 mAh, but still just lasts 2 days at max. It lets you remotely use your Android smartphone, track your activities and log them for data analysis. The live logging ability, which Sony believes will take off in a big way when users start telling their phone everything they're doing, is another neat feature. The Smartwatch 3 doesn't have a built-in heart rate monitor, which becomes a key feature for wrist-worn devices for people who are serious about their health. Compatibility is also not an issue at all. All you need is an Android smartphone. It is an expensive wearable tech, sure, but then again, it's the best smartwatch till date that Sony has made. Now there's a new racing game that's come out on iPhones and iPads. It's called Rocket Cars, and this is one great looking game and a must-have on your smart devices. Take a look. Get ready for speed, tricks and crazy courses in the new iOS game Rocket Cars. It comes from Illusion Labs, the makers of some great iOS games including Touch Grind Skate 2, Touch Grind BMX and Blast Away. Rocket Car isn't like their previous efforts, but instead delivers the familiar kart racing style. You get to pilot rocket cars through killer switchbacks, wooden moving obstacles, past lava pits, and more. There are 5 different game modes that you get to play as you race in over 65 different events. All of them deliver a high degree of polish that looks absolutely beautiful in motion. There's never a dull moment in rocket cars, and each race is relatively short to make it great for on-the-go gaming. All of the action is controlled through an innovative touch control scheme. You simply tap and hold at the bottom of the screen and then drag your finger left and right to steer and up and down to adjust speed. Rocket Cars is a free game on iOS for iPhones and iPads. Overall, it is an exhilarating racing experience that is jam-packed with chaotic action, making it a must-have. Lenovo recently came out with one of the most affordable smartphones in the Indian market. It's called the Lenovo A6000. Is it a good smartphone? Let's find out. This is the Lenovo A6000. Showcased first at CES 2015 in Las Vegas, this smartphone has made its way into India. And it's just priced at Rs 6,999. Inside an all-plastic build, Lenovo A6000 had tried to keep itself beautiful and rugged. The A6000 feels quite slim and durable in hand. Weighing just 128 grams, the device feels light and looks like a superior smartphone. Removing the back cover, you'll find 2 micro SIM card slots with the necessary micro SD card slot. Among the 2 SIM slots, one provides data connectivity up to 4G while the other sticks to 2G only. Lenovo A6000 features a 5-inch IPS capacitive display with resolution support of 720 by 1280 pixels at 294 pixels per inch. Unfortunately, the display lacks the premium feel like it's built. But it brings out quite accurate color with optimum viewing angles and touch responsiveness. The A6000 runs on Android KitKat 4.4 and features proprietary Vibe UI on top. The interface looks quite similar to the Xiaomi's latest Mi UI 6. The interface lacks app drawer and features everything on the screen. Powered by a Qualcomm MSM 8916 Snapdragon quad-core system on chip, the A6000 equips 1GB RAM and 8GB internal memory. Now, it's the same processor that powers the Motorola Moto G 2nd generation, so performance is no issue for this one. Lenovo A6000 offers an 8-megapixel camera with autofocus and LED flash and also a 2-megapixel camera on the front. The camera quality, as expected, is average. There is a 2300 mAh removable battery that lasts easily a day. Lenovo A6000 easily beats both entry-level champions till date like the Xiaomi Redmi 1S and Motorola Moto E in every aspect. It features the latest Snapdragon processor, offers 4G connectivity, decent camera, better performance and battery life inside a well-made body. This is undoubtedly one great budget smartphone for Rs 6,999. Now, with the ICC Cricket World Cup going on, we thought why not catch up with a champion cricketer and a World Cup winner and find out whether he's a geek or not. Who are we talking about? Find out next. Okay, so the World Cup season is on and we've got one World Cup winning champion here with us, Andrew Simons. So let's ask him, how technologically savvy are you? So first you tell me, are you a tech person?
No, I'm terrible. I'm flat out sending an email.
But I see you've been using an iPhone, so how do you go about that?
Well, there's a number of apps on there which I can use, just basic stuff. I like to fish and we do a bit of farming, so weather and tides are things that are very important to me, so I can just quickly check tides and weather on my phone, rainfall, wind, all that sort of thing. So that's useful.
So a lot of cricketers have been coming on the social media. So what's your idea about the social media? We don't see you there on Twitter.
No, I'm not a Twitter or a Facebook man. I have an Instagram account.
Okay.
Just have every now and then I'll put a photo up on that or a little video. But generally, I'm not really up to speed and into all that sort of technology.
Okay, so when we talk about technology, how do you think technology has helped cricket, come of age in these recent years?
Yeah, well, I was fortunate enough to sort of be part of all that when that all started. John Buchanan, the Australian coach, started all that logging of balls and where they landed and all that sort of thing. And it's become very, very useful. Opposition strengths, weaknesses. You can look back at your own, innings or bowling to make sure you're getting things right and improving and fixing things, or getting your confidence back from looking at something you've done well.
One final question, what is your most desirable gadget that you want?
Jeez. I don't know if I've got one yet. A good camera's good.
A good camera.
Take photos, or these things do that sort of thing too.
So your iPhone is good enough for your Instagram, is it?
Yeah, but they're too big. They need to make a phone that's half that size, so I can actually put it in my pocket. That's too big.
So there you go. Andrew Salmon says that phones need to get smaller now so that they can fit in your pocket, right?
Yes.
And with that, it's time for us to say goodbye on this edition of the Gadgets and Gizmos show. If you have any comments, queries or suggestions, tweet us at HLT Gizmos. You can also email us on htwg@aajtak.com. We'll see you same time, same place next week. Until then, keep loving technology and spend wisely.